Hello everyone in YouTube land, Nintendo fanboy, also back here as always. Alright, well Sony is not going to E3 in 2019, that's a thing. They're also not doing the PSX for this year, so that's also a thing. But the E3 is what I'm focusing on. Yeah, they're not going to E3 next year. I think they're doing their Paris Games Week or PSX next year, next December. That's not real while. Next December. But yeah, they're not showing up at E3, and a lot of people think that E3 is dying, and that's the question that I want to ask you. Is E3 dying? I don't personally think it is. I know a lot of people might disagree with that. I don't know how long you've been keeping up with E3 or whatever, all this stuff, you know, maybe for quite a while. I think my first E3 that I watched online was E3 2004, I think it was E3 2004. So, yeah, for a long time now. And, yeah, in that time, it has changed. Of course, big events always go through changes, and this is how it is. I mean, you look at Comic-Con. Comic-Con is not what it used to be, but it's still Comic-Con. In that way, people sell comics and toys, and obviously they do comic book movies, and there's TV shows, and obviously there's video game stuff there too. But yeah, I mean, they add that. Comic-Con is pretty much a pop culture type thing. E3 is too, but it's mainly focused on gaming. But you know, like I said, they have these big events. They change, you know, but it doesn't mean they're dying. I don't think. But Sony not going to E3 is their choice. Look at Nintendo. They do their directs, but they're still going to E3. You know, even though I still wish, a lot of people might disagree with this, but I still wish Nintendo would do their big E3. I wish they were on the stage, because being on the stage is just something that you just can't get with putting up a digital event, a direct. I know this is supposed to be about E3 in general, but you know, Nintendo, they do their directs. They've been doing it for ages now, and being on the stage, it just has that feel and that energy. You feel that energy. You feel people cheering, even though the announcements and the trailers are more important than the gameplay, and the games are more important. But it's how you do it that matters. And I think throwing up a product like a direct, like what is it, 30, 40 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes. What is it? E3 2017 was like 25 minutes or something like that. And they showed off a lot of good stuff that year. Metroid Prime 4, for an example. You know, like it varies what time, you know, how long it is. But at the same time, it's how you do it that you really show off this new system. You have it right there on the stage in their little case. You know, it's like right there. Or they bring it out, and that really makes a difference. I know a lot of people might disagree with that, but it's like that is how you do it. Or you show off a game and you hear other people cheer, you're just like, holy fuck. I remember, you know, when Resident Evil 2, the remake, was showing off at Sony's E3, and it's just like, even though their E3 this year was really crappy, how they did it. A lot of problems, a lot of technical problems, or whatever the hell it was. But when Resident Evil 2 remake was showing off, people were just cheering, and just like, that's how it is, that's how it should be for Nintendo. So E3 is not dying. People go to E3, and I'm kind of confused when it comes to E3 about the whole, like, the public can go. Was it this year or last year that the public can go for the first time? I don't know. I'm just totally confused on that. Wasn't it every year that the public can go? Like, I don't know. Was it just for press? Like, I don't know anything about that type of stuff. So I just focus on E3 and like the games. Like, because I don't go to E3. I stay home and watch it. You know what I mean? I don't go to E3. So it's different when you're watching it at home versus going. So I don't know. But people still go to E3. It's for whatever. You know, it's for the higher. You know, they got the companies have to show off their games and people have to play them. You know what I mean? Like, they have to do that. There has to be a place that you do that. Yes, you could, like, Nintendo does their directs. Nintendo does like 3, 4 directs a year, and they do. They probably do more than that. They had that Smash Direct this year and whatever, but they do directs, but they still go to E3, and they save their even bigger announcements for E3. They have some big announcements, whatever, some filler titles there for directs, but they also have their big stuff for E3. So it's not just because Sony's not going doesn't mean E3's dying. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that. Is Microsoft going? Yeah, probably. But you still have your third parties that go to E3, like Capcom and Sega. I'm not going to mention Konami because they don't do anything. That's just them. They're not making any games. They're non-existent. But you have third parties that go, so many developers go to E3, man. I mean, Warner Brothers. I'm just trying to think. Ubisoft. Like I said, Capcom and Sega, whatever. Even though their booths are very small, it depends on what they're showing off. But they still go. They still go to E3. So E3 is not dying. It's not how it used to be, but it's not dying, though. You know what I mean? Like I said, I might have some people who disagree with me on this. But E3 will always be the place for gamers. It'll always be the place. It will always be the Christmas for gamers. It'll always be that exciting time where you get to see all the new stuff showing off, and new systems maybe, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, E3 is the time where you put all those rumors to rest and you see everything showing off. And it's exciting. 3 days, isn't it? It's so exciting. There's nothing else like it. And I don't even go. I see it. I watch it at home, and it's a very exciting time. There is something in the air about it. So E3 will never die, never fully die. They just choose not to go. They're gonna have a lot of stuff showing off. I don't know what's Sony even planning next year. I don't even know. But anyways, comment down below. Do you think E3 is dying? Is it still how you remembered it? even 10 years ago? Whatever, how long you've been watching E3. Maybe you're watching this and you have been to E3. I don't know. Like, I don't think E3 is dying. No. That's just my personal opinion. So, anyways, peace out. Comment down below. Later. More random videos coming soon. Later. Bye.